What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Double HHND Hip Hop Discussions Podcast.
What's up?
Videos on everything. Today we're reviewing Nothing Was the Same by Drizzy Drake. This is his third studio album. And let me tell you what I think of it. My first impressions of it is this is by far his least ambitious project, period. And I'm counting So Far Gone, the comeback season. I'm counting all those. Mostly because that showed his progression as an artist. And this particular one, I kind of feel takes a step back from,
Take Care.
What was the last album before this?
Take Care.
What was the album before this?
Take Care.
And I say that because it seemed like he kind of went really safe with this album.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything different. He doesn't do anything different in this album. He tells the same story over and over again. For him to recently in an interview say that he hates that people call him soft and lonely. Well, when you do a lot of songs about being soft and lonely, we're gonna think you're soft and lonely.
Thank you.
And a lot of his music is about him how lonely and soft he is.
My thing about it, and again, he tried to gloss over it, throwing those, rap cliche songs out there and trying to, gloss over the fact that he is what he is. Like, no, just because you throw some rap cliche songs with a whole bunch of bass in it, we know who you are, who we thought you were. You know what I mean? You're soft and cuddly.
Yeah.
You are who you thought you were. You know what I mean? Drake, you're a Care Bear. That Drake is a Care Bear.
It's like this. I think it was Mike Seatown on the
Dead in Hip Hop.
Yeah. He said Drake should be comfortable being a bitch in hip hop, being the dude that makes it okay to wear the rose in your ear. Makes it okay to be walking around with a mirror all the time. Makes that okay. And Drake, you probably should be that guy because you ain't doing much else because you can't, or at least you haven't shown that you can.
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday I went back and listened to the very first song I heard Drake on, Renegade, with I think it was called Renegade. I can't remember what exactly it was called. It was that song with Lil Wayne. And I remember how excited I was hearing him and then hearing his stuff after that. I actually like So Far Gone a lot.
I dig a lot of joints off So Far Gone. I will say that.
Yeah.
I dig a lot of joints off that one.
To me, that was his most balanced project, period. So Far Gone had the singing tracks. It had the rapping tracks. It had
But he was rapping
tracks.
Really well, though.
Yeah, he was rapping well in the songs that were singing. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas is a very good song.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what else was on. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, Fear.
Yeah.
There were some good songs on that mixtape. Then, we get Thank Me Later comes out. Thank Me Later was clearly his commercial explosion.
Yeah.
Debut, and it wasn't that bad. It was an okay album.
Yeah.
But it was very glossy. Take Care, to me, had an almost darker Weekend-ish feel to it.
Yeah.
Mostly because the Weekend helped write most of the album.
Yeah.
But it had a very dark kind of not so dark he's deep and dark, but a darker kind of
a dark
feel
tone
to it.
Had a darker
tone to it. This one gets real glossy, real quick.
Yeah.
It's real pretty in here on Nothing Was the Same. It's real pretty.
He's talking about it's real pretty in here.
It's real pretty on Nothing Was the Same.
This album got marble floors in it, man.
Yeah, this album got marble floors, got them ceilings with the see-through ceilings.
The vaulted ceiling?
Vaulted ceilings and shit. This is what this album got. Glass sculptures in it and shit.
Exactly.
This is this album. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of unfortunate because I kind of feel like he's better on that darker kind of music.
Yeah.
Once again, when I say darker, I don't mean emotionally darker. I just mean darker sounding.
The tone darker.
Because in this album, even though the beats are very good, there is nothing different. There's nothing new. The sound is just really glossy, really pretty. And I mean pretty in the most derogatory sense. I don't mean pretty like I like looking at it. It's derogatory. Hip hop shouldn't be pretty. and it's really glossy, really pretty. And it kind of takes away from whatever he's trying to say. And he ain't really trying to say anything.
And if he does say anything, he's said it before.
Yeah, he's still dry snitching himself, supposed to be fucking some other dude's girl. And he yells at you about it on Wu-Tang Forever.
Mm-hmm.
We can fuck it if you like.
No. No, my shit.
Do you right?
It not being my shit. No, you know my shit is right. Them niggas ain't never love her.
But it's just very, very, very pretty. The songs I did like with Pound Cake, even though I actually like that for the beat, almost period. I actually like the language. If Wu-Tang was Forever was called anything but Wu-Tang Forever, I would enjoy the song. You
should have called it as yours.
Yeah, basically.
You know?
Because the next song, I think it's called Own It, so you could have went from It's Yours to
Own It. Exactly.
But instead, you be like, oh, Wu-Tang Forever. This don't got shit to do with Wu-Tang.
Bro, that offended me. That offended me probably more than it should have.
It did me too, because I was expecting him to kind of get on his Wu-Tang. Like, I was
expecting this song to be the Lord knows of this album.
Exactly. I was expecting that. I was like, oh snap. He gonna go in, and I heard the beat drop, and I was like, oh, okay. And then he started
this album did not have a Lord knows on it.
Nope, didn't have a Lord knows at all, and that was unfortunate because it needed one.
Exactly.
It needed something to make it dusty in here. Put scuffs on the floors.
Exactly.
We need something to make less pretty.
Martha Marble Flowers.
Pretty. Just you need somebody in some Timberlands just come through squeaking their feet across the floor real quick. Scuff marks. Because this was real pretty the entire album. And I mean that in the worst sense possible. So go ahead, tell people what you think.
Like I said, it's not, just because Drake isn't my cup of tea, and anybody who knows me, it's not a bad album. It's like I said, it's an okay to good album. But
it's a cuffing season album.
It is. But, cause like I said, he has those tracks where he's more upbeat and brash or whatever. I think they're about a good 4 or 5
of
those.
The language, I'm trying to think of the other one. Pound Cake.
The language, Pound Cake, 305 to My City. And
which is horrible, by the way. That song is terrible.
Worst song on the album. Worst song on the album.
It sounds, continue. I don't even want to go in. 305 to My City is horrible.
Yeah. But like I said, he how many songs were on Take Care? 15 or something?
It might have been more than that. Shit. Hold on. Continue talking and I will tell you.
But, just he threw those, I think about 5, I want to say, those 5 kind of upbeat brass songs 15. On there. But yeah, I knew it.
All Me is one of them too. All Me.
Yeah.
Which, actually, 2 Chainz to me is a perfect definition of someone in hip hop who can't lyrically rap, but can rap and makes everything interesting.
He can rap
because he don't be saying shit.
The thing 2 Chainz does that rappers that can rap don't do, like I said, he knows his niche and he's at the apex of his niche. He does. He doesn't do Kendrick. He doesn't do T.I. He does 2 Chainz. He does 2 Chainz the best. The best. Period.
Real nigga alert.
Exactly.
Just and clowning.
I just wish Drake would do one or 2 things. I wish he would stop being so pretentious and just I kind of think Drake I see why he does it. He panders a lot, which I'm not surprised by the female fan. He panders a lot, total pandering.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
that's actually incredibly smart, but he does it in a fashion that alienates him to everyone else.
I'm not saying it's not smart. It's brilliant. But what I'm saying is that, it's like I said, people thought LL Cool J was pandering. This is some pandering. Because LL Cool J at least gave you the occasional, this for hip hop. I'm about to
knock you out.
Exactly. Those, and what's the one where he dissed Cannabis on?
Second round KO, I think?
Yeah.
That was Cannabis' song. But Mama Said Knock You Out. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3.
No, that's the one. 1, 2, 3. At least he gave you those. He gave you those aggressive, I'm here, you know what I mean? He gave, Drake doesn't give you those. And like I said, I know at the end of the day, that's not him. he may throw a subliminal shot or feel some type of way and rap about it. That's cool. But at the end of the day,
say he's never doing a song with you again.
We're not gonna touch on that because we're not gonna touch on that. But
I might when he come back to me.
But like I said, I like some songs on this album. I'm not gonna sit here and be a hater. No, I like some songs on that. But as a whole, I am bored by this because I like Tuscan Leather a lot actually.
Oh yeah, Tuscan Leather was actually a pretty good song.
But like I said, as it goes along, like I said, there are repeated rap cliches in about every album that comes out in rap. 95%. So I'm not saying he's alone in this. But for him to be, for Drake to always get he's a better artist than such and such, anytime you have a discussion, why does he get the cop out for talking about the same, the same relationship issue problems in every song?
Apparently there's some chick that's cheating on her man with Drake and has been doing so for years.
Exactly.
And Drake just feels the need to talk about it all the time.
and then what's the song? The song where he actually said what a girl works at, like she works at Hooters or something. What song is that?
Oh, he fucking gave out somebody's address.
Exactly.
he I don't remember what. He more or less told the street, the apartment complex.
How sick is that? Seriously.
So if her man is listen to the album, hey, that's my apartment. That's the street we live on.
Exactly.
Get some girl smacked up.
But who
get some girl slapped to sleep.
Who does that?
Because you wanted your song to give out her information.
And again, I appreciate Drake. If you think it's softwood, I appreciate Drake for being honest about, what he's rapping about. But there comes a time you're like, bro, that ain't cool. That ain't cool.
Don't dry snitch. Stop dry snitching on yourself.
Well, like I said, the production, for Drake is always going to be top notch. As long as 40's around, he's still going to, as long as 40, he's going to get the beats that he can do Drake on. He can be Aubrey on these beats. You know what I mean? He can be Aubrey on these beats. And like I said, but like I said, I want to, as far as lyrically, do you feel like he was really getting busy on his album? I don't think he really got busy on any songs on his album.
Maybe a little bit on Tuscan Leather. Yeah, maybe a little bit on Pound Cake.
You know what? He did get busy all the way on Tuscan. I give Drake that. But the rest of the album, it's like he just floated the language. Really?
I wouldn't even say floated on this album.
I didn't say floated. I said fluttered.
What?
We was when we went platinum.
I wouldn't even really.
It's already platinum. God damn.
I wouldn't even say he floated on his album. I'd say he didn't try very hard. It was almost as if he had found that niche and he was going to stay in that niche, and he didn't care really what anyone else thought because he wasn't coming out that niche. So I'm not going to really try to rap that well.
But you know what? Drake should.
He didn't rap horribly.
Drake should have been.
But he didn't rap.
Drake should have been done feeling like that after Take Care. Because with the success of that album, he knew that there's a fan base for the lane and stuff that he does. Why do you still feel the need to prove your rap manhood to people? You're eating. You're Drake. Anything you touch on is going to be the radio hit. Why are you trying to prove things to people that don't compare to you in terms of, stature? Why are you do you feel some type of way? I think he does. So do you feel some type of way? You know what I mean? He'll never admit to it until 10 years down the line. Everything that Drake says about him, his contemporaries, he feels that shit. He takes it right here. You can tell he does. You can tell. He can play it off all he wants to and say, I got money, I'm number one album. That's fine. You still feel it here, bro. You can tell. You can tell. Go ahead.
He felt some type of way with the Control verse that most other people who thought about it didn't. But anyway, I'm never doing a song with Kendrick again. Well,
exactly.
No. Sound like a bitch. But,
because Kendrick, sound like a bitch. He didn't call me. He didn't give me a warning. What?
You sound like a bitch. You sound like you cried after you heard it. You sound like you texted him something mean after you heard that.
You left him a voicemail. Hey, Ken, sorry.
Left him a... Call Kendrick Ken.
You know you called him Ken. Hey, Ken, this is Aubrey. I think it's over. Why'd you do that? See, this is why I don't have new friends. No new friends. No.
To be perfectly honest, though, this song's on here I like. Hell, I like Hold On, You Going Home. I'm not even gonna lie. Hold On, You Going Home?
Nope.
I'm not even gonna lie. I play that. Nope. That's one of the songs that still remember there.
That's because you're a sip. That's because you're a sip at heart.
That song, I like that song. I can't even front. Like, I don't enjoy.
Here's the thing. The song's not bad, but the video is. But yeah.
Oh, the video is hilarious. The video is hilarious for reasons.
I was like, when I saw it, I'm like, does Drake have a gun in his hand? Let's turn this video off.
Did Drake shoot some dude in the back of the head?
He did.
Possibly, doing something to him.
So, okay, back to that. So, as far as, question before we start, ranking it, whatever, with rating and stuff. Where does Drake go from here?
Well, if you let Drake tell it, nowhere but where he already is. It doesn't seem like he has any intention of doing anything different. So.
Quick question, quick sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at a lot of the other who refer as great artists or MCs, like you look at Nas, a lot of the time you look at Jay, he's done it some in the past. He's kind of stuck. He's stuck his cliches too, but he's branched off here and there, especially the latter part of his career.
I'll give Jay this. He is one of the few rappers. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to make a point. Kendrick, T.I.'s had his moments. He still took these cliches, but what I mean, as far as topical goes to, it seems like Drake is just so hell bent on this damn Dr. Phil relationship groove. It's like, is there anything else that you could ever talk about?
Yeah, I don't think there is. I don't think as an artist.
Look at an album like Section 80. How many topics did Kendrick cover on Section 80? Really, it's an embarrassment.
Same thing with Good Kid, Mad City.
It's an embarrassment.
Same thing with Good Kid, Mad City. If we're going to compare it to a contemporary, right there, Good Kid, Mad City. Now, you could also compare it to a contemporary such as Pusha T, who basically talks about the same thing all the time, but Pusha T does it in a way that's interesting and entertaining every single time.
Pusha T's the only semi-mainstream rapper who can get away with that because he does the shit so subtly. He can work the references into any kind of lane of song, love song. He can work it in any way and flip it. He's that good of a lyricist.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
Exactly.
It's not. Every single time it's interesting to you. It's not, here's Pusha T talking about coke again for the gajillionth time. But, I just don't see Drake doing anything different. I don't see him changing as an artist, and I think this is the lane that he's going to be in, because there are people who are Drake stans who want this. They want super emo Drake. That's all they want. And I think they'd actually not even like it if Drake decided to try to do something different. I feel like there would be a huge section of his fans that would wouldn't want to hear him do anything different. Yeah. And I think that's unfortunate.
But here's my thing. A part of what he does, I want him to keep doing, because like I said, I like different things in hip-hop. That Drake brings something different to the table. So like I said, I don't want Drake to stop doing him. Because we make fun of him and whatnot, but the thing about he makes hits and he makes good music that people like.
He does. He makes a lot of fucking hits.
So I don't want to seem like the biggest hit in the world. Drake does, like I said, I think Drake's a good rapper, and I think he makes certain songs like I said, that I enjoy, certain songs. But overall, he's not my cup of tea. But I see why people would like him. But I just want if we're going to say how great an artist he is, can he do more than one thing?
Nope.
And people say, well, nope. Drake's so versatile. Drake's versatile when you think of, he's versatile when you think of the different kind of stuff he can jump on, like with a couple like a slow pace song, fast pace song, he's singing like that. But as far as topical wise, nah, he can't go to a lot of places and sound and take him seriously. Like when he's talking about relationships, you can take him 100% seriously because he's coming from the heart on most of these songs.
His feelings. That's where he's coming from. Deep in his feelings.
You know what I'm saying? Does it have to be a relationship album 8/10 of the way? Like, Keith.
Yes, it does. But that being said, scoring it real quick, I give this album out of 10, probably about a 5.5 to a 6. There's decent songs on here, but nothing great, nothing that, there's a couple songs I'm going to keep, but for the most part, most of this is recycling bin fodder, and it's because, he's just so in his damn feelings. It's hard to listen to it all the time.
Like over and over and over again. But to me, I'm kind of the same. I give him a 6. Like I said, I wouldn't feel comfortable giving him a 5 because I know some rappers that are out right now. I give Meek Mills everything Meek Mill puts out, maybe a 4 or a 5. So I'm not putting him there. He's light years.
With all with the yelling, the yelling, he's gonna talk to you about struggle braids and Rolexes,
nigga. Anyway,
all I knew was
nothing was the same. I give a 6 or a 6.5. That's how much I like Tuscan Leather. I put it like that. Tuscan Leather makes it a 6.5 to me.
Fair enough.
I legit dig that song. But yeah, production gets an 8 out of 10. But the album as a whole gets a 6.5.
Yeah, production's awesome. But that's our review for Drake's Nothing Was the Same, which ironically everything was the same. So I gave it a 6. Tay gave it a 6, and we'll be hitting y'all with new videos coming soon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what y'all think.
Hit us up.
Peace.
We out of here.